This is our outtake.
It's not our outtake. This is our intro.
This is our intro?
Yeah, so she didn't know I was recording it.
No,
That's literally what happens.
This is raw, Sean.
So, hi.
Hi.
Why is yours hot, sexier than mine? See that? I was all happy. So, welcome, friends of the Sean's Thoughts website, following, yada, yada, yada.
Let me adventure.
Right? Today, April and I are on our first official, we're going to video this and talk about this and show you what we're doing and kind of vignettes, I guess. It's going to come all together as one whole video somehow, some way, we hope, of our LETME adventures. Today's LETME adventure is, I'll let April tell you.
We are going from Port Orchard to Kingston, Washington to take the ferry over to the seaside town of Edmonds, Washington.
Now,
just north of Seattle.
Now that's about, what, an hour and a half away?
It's about 40 minutes to get to Kingston from Port Orchard. About 30-minute ferry ride over to Edmonds. And it's about 20 miles north of Seattle is where we'll end up.
Okay, so about an hour and a half.
You got it.
She's a teacher, so. So why are we doing this, though? I blocked your face. Okay.
See the palm of your hand?
Palm of my hand is amazing.
It is amazing.
I have to hold this up, but I just got to finish working out, so my elbow is not happy with me. So we're going to find a different way to do this in the next take.
Okay.
So why are we doing this? What is the point of LETME? What's what?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
Oh, okay.
Can you tell we practiced this?
So we did. This is very, very raw. I told you that.
It's the first of a million movies and stuff we're going to do.
So for those of you who don't know what LETME stands for, shame on you.
Good stutter,
because if you know Sean, he's told you a few times. But in all fairness, for those of you who need the reminder, it is live every tiny moment exceptionally. We're really born out of the idea that life, no matter how long, or how short it is, every single moment is valuable, and we have the choice to make it what we want.
Yes.
And so when we met, we were pretty like-minded that if you have an opportunity to go check something out, try something new, heck, try something old again, and just enjoy it, go for it. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be time-consuming. It doesn't have to be stressful. It just is. And so we said, hey, let's go and share some of our moments. So that's what we're doing today, folks.
So
you're coming with us.
You are. So what's going to happen is, if this goes the way we want to, we're going to take a bunch of different videos, vignettes, so to speak, and we're going to splice them all together and make one, good little kind of movie. So they're going to be anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes or so. We're shooting for about a 30-minute altogether, but yeah. I probably shouldn't tell you that, but whatever, that's what we're shooting for.
So go on your potty break now.
Yeah, so we're if it's it's going to have some errors and some weirdness and some greatness, because again, this is our first one and we're having fun, and this is about LETME. And if you are in the Twitter land and all these other lands, if you hashtag LETME, we like to see it. So anyway, as we start our trip, it's 11 o'clock. We're on our way. We go to our first spot. We hit is going to be coffee. Of coffee. Of course, gotta have coffee for the road. So you'll see us in a minute at a coffee stand of one of our friends. Mm-hmm. We're going to go see Jennifer, one of our Zumba students, owns a coffee shop here in Port Orchard. So we're going to stop at her spot and get. I'm going to get a white chocolate mocha, and you're going to get something weird.
London fog.
Yeah, she's not even in London. She's never even been in London. They don't know what London fog is. But so it's going to be fun, and we just want to show you guys what LETME stands for and what we're about. Actually, the intro is supposed to be 5 minutes, but we're already here. Yeah. I'm gonna flip this around because we can't flip the cameras anymore. But you see that little tugboat over there? See that right there? That's go around the other end. Okay. That right there is where we're going. So we're gonna keep you on. So the intro is not gonna include coffee, because that's what we do.
There's a pothole right
if
here. So.
April doesn't murder us trying to get in there.
Left or right?
Left. You're on the driver's side.
Oh, you want to order?
Yeah, I said. When have I ever ordered? So this is, what do they call this place?
I don't know.
Chug
a Tug.
So this is Chug a Tug.
Hi.
Owned by
You're on video,
Jennifer.
by the way.
Well, her shoulder is. Chug a Tug, owned by Jennifer. Hi, who are you?
I'm Candace.
That's Candace. Candace, where's Sean and April? And I need coffee.
We're friends of Jennifer.
And so we're gonna order coffee, but that's how we start our journey. April's gonna do it. I'm gonna get out of here. That was Candace. That's her shirt. You said Candace, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's Candace's shirt. I can't look down. Want to see your pretty face? She's like, hell no.
She's like, no.
I see you. Candace, are you having fun today?
I'm enjoying the weather.
Nice.
See, that's the perfect answer. So we're gonna go off. We're gonna bring ourselves back in a little bit. This is a weird angle. It's a weird angle. Let's see my fat roll. All right. So let me start the journey. Peace. What's up? So, what do you do when you're in a car? So this is for you guys. This has been zero amount of time. Providing April knows how to blend splices of clips in. We're not really sure that she does. Well, we know she doesn't, but we think she can do it. But this has been about 30 minutes so far. We've had our coffee and some of the Doritos that we put in the car, because you gotta have snacks in the car when you're driving and you're taking a little road trip. So as we're mapping what we're doing, as we mapped where we're going, because we need to go to the Kingston Ferry, it had another alternative route, so which takes us to Port Gamble. And so we decided to take the longer way, because we don't have a schedule. Right?
And the longer way only added, what, like 7 minutes? 6
or 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably be longer because we like to get out and take pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And if Port Gamble looks cool, I've never been. And so this quick little thing is about, and I just saw this on Twitter. Someone's talking about writing and getting a book published, right? And they worried about that. And I just responded, it's about the journey. It's about the journey you take. So we decided to take a detour because you may not make it back down here. Yeah. And if you don't have a time crunch, sometimes you do, but if you don't have a time crunch, take the detour. Yeah. Take the time, take the moment, and go the longer route. Go the scenic route. So right now we're gonna go to Port Gamble. We may come back and do another little quick video in Port Gamble, but that's one of the things to think about as you're doing your journey. All right, peace.
Bye. Oh, nice.
All right, what's up, friends? So we just stopped here in Port Gamble, cute little town.
Yeah.
Right,
nice little town.
really old. Actually, has a real old Southern feel to it.
Almost feels like Charleston.
Yeah, I've never been to Charleston, so I'm just gonna go.
Just nod.
Yep, gonna nod. So we've been in here for what, about 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Or maybe longer.
Maybe about 20 minutes.
Maybe 20 minutes, but we've only walked about.
Actually, we've technically been here 28 minutes.
28 minutes, and I've taken 7 or 18 steps. The reason I've taken 7 or 18 steps is because we walked down the road. We talked to a young lady on the road. We said hi. She was like, she'd only been in Port Gamble for 10 minutes. And then we got to doing what people don't do, and this is kind of the point of what we're doing, right? Tell them what coolness did we just have happen?
Well, as we walk down the main street, past the general store, past the post office, like quaint little buildings, you look off in the distance, and you guys can't see this, but over Sean's shoulder,
I'll show you.
We'll show you, in a second. There's this expanse of water. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful, and it leads out to, a larger body, and you can see that in the distance. And there are some picnic benches there, and we were like, of course, it's us, so we're going to take pictures.
Take some pictures of the water.
And on one of the picnic benches, there's a gentleman wearing a little fisher's hat, and we're like, we'll go over here. And all we did was, hi, good morning, how are you? Nice view, nice place to spend time. And that immediately turned into a conversation. And the gentleman's name is Clyde.
Clyde.
Yeah.
From
Port Gamble.
80 plus years old.
Exactly. And according to Clyde, he has spent every one of those 82 years, with the exception of 3.
When he was in the Air Force.
Yep, serving Okinawa and Guam.
Guam.
Correct? Did I hear that
Yep,
correctly?
a couple different places.
Yep, and he said, fortunately he got back here, which was good. He was late 50s, I think 58, 59 was when he got in. Or no, when
Retired,
he got out.
I believe.
Pardon me. Yeah, he had that, that card in his wallet to show us and everything, and yeah, he had quite a story. So not only has he spent all that time here in Port Gamble, and I can understand why. You guys will see that in a second.
It's very pretty, very pretty here, and what we always talk about, and you'll hear this during the Let Me series and on what we do through the blogs, whatever, is stopping and taking time, just being gracious and grateful and saying hi to people, especially, that's an osprey, especially older people. They have stories to tell, and they have so much. And Clyde told us some of his military stories, and he told us, that when he went fishing and trading some of his services, and the guy took him to Alaska, and he caught a 50-pound fish. He actually had a 50-pound hat on. And the point is, when you get up, you don't have to. It's not about the end of the journey. Like, we want to go to Edmonds, and we're going to get there. But if we don't stop here, we don't have. It's a beautiful day in Washington. It's cloudy and sunny and blue skies, and it's got all of it going on right now. And we're just stopping. We're not spending any money currently. We're just, we stopped, and we take a look at this town. We may walk into a store or two when we on the way to the car, back to the car. But it's amazing watching people. I mean, there's a couple in front of us walking their German Shepherds, 2 beautiful German Shepherds. We see people with their kids in the little restaurant we went by. And you have to do it. You have to get out, and you have to see some of these little places and some of these towns and some of these, right? Because there's so much history, and we don't experience it. And I mean, there's signs all over the place, and the cemeteries above us. And we're not going to give you a tour of Port Gamble because that's not really the point. I mean, this is for us, but it's about, we just had a really good moment, and we probably made Clyde's day. He's waiting for his wife to get a chiropractor, and he's just sitting there enjoying the sun. And we just had, like I said, 15-minute conversation with him or so. The bugs were eating me up, though.
Yeah, I feel it too.
I get ate up, but it was worth it. You know what I mean? And so let me show you this real quick, because we're at about that 4-minute mark on this section.
Maybe you guys will see an osprey.
You get the zoom in of my big giant mug. So this is the view. And I don't know if you can see the big bird flying over the water there. I can't really zoom this in anymore. Or maybe I can.
Actually, just hang out there. You'll see him.
Maybe I can zoom in. I don't know. Maybe I can't. But because that's a big osprey. But that's the osprey. If you can see him flying around, he's probably going to attack something.
Yeah, he's hunting for sure. And if it wasn't for us talking to Clyde, we wouldn't realize that those boats that you guys see in the distance, those are actually gooey duck fishermen. To us, they're just people sitting on the water, maybe catching a fish or two. But for those of you who don't know what a gooey duck, definitely look it up.
Yep.
And
they're
don't just
very
get
tasty.
pictures. Don't just get pictures. Get video, because they're an interesting creature.
All right. So let me do this. All right. So before we end this one, I'm just gonna show you. This is I'm gonna walk out here to the light, and I'm gonna flip it around. I cannot see what I'm videoing, so if it's all screwy, because the camera doesn't let me flip after we start videoing. But that's the theater over there. Can we see it? Oh, there we go.
There you go.
That's the theater, and the general store, and post office, and we got some old town stuff, and I think there's an event center right there. But where we were just at, there's an April. Oh, see, maybe shout out. We're just sitting there on a bench. There's a bench out there, and there's the osprey again. So the truth of this one is, take time, stop, see. Put your hand in front of the camera, bro. Amateur hour, I swear.
We need a good editor.
We need a good editor. We need a video guy. All right, but so this is about 6.5 minutes, 7 minutes.
Yeah.
But enjoy it. There's people over there, and they're sitting. They came, and I think two of the guys, they went to QFC, and they brought the QFC chicken down there, and they're sitting down, and there's like a group of 4 guys, and they're sitting down having lunch here. I mean, look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. There's the sun. I'm blind. There's the sun. It's so beautiful. It doesn't have to be a beautiful day, but enjoy it if you get a chance, right? So this is LETME. I think this is the 3rd video.
I think so.
Maybe 3rd or 4th. We lost count after 2. So next stop, wherever. You'll see us whenever we get there, whatever we do. Peace.
Bye.
Somebody will walk through this, they'll walk through this place, like at those gates, and never walk back out. You know what I mean? Like everything we do, so, we sit, you sit in the center, it's so quiet, it's so, you can feel the pressure. I mean, I think about the sorrow, like we saw this tombstone, what is it, she's 11 years old, I mean, that's, but, like, oh, here video. If you look at that gate, so you flip around at that gate, I mean, for me, like taking a picture of that, one day, you don't exit. And we won't exit that. Now I'll be cremated, but and I won't be putting nobody's ground. That's not my goal in life. But still, theoretically, one day, like right now, you and I get to pass through this gate. But one day we don't get to pass through that gate. We don't get to go back the other way.
And everybody in our lives goes on without us.
Yeah,
they get to go.
They get to pass.
We
So
have to stay.
it's the old movies where you take somebody to the boat.
Yeah.
They pay their coin and they get to go. You don't get to pass.
Yeah.
So it's just an amazing like view of over the. That's why it's called Vista. Huh?
Yeah.
Vista Cemetery. Huh?
Yeah.
Ironically, the dead here have a view we pay millions of dollars to have.
Yeah. No kidding.
There's a heron flying up behind us. Yeah.
Bad view.
I didn't know she was videoing me.
Could happen at any point. Okay guys, so we're saying goodbye to Port Gamble. Beautiful little town. On to our original destination, Edmonds. So we'll see you in a minute. Hey guys, we're on the ferry on our way to Edmonds. Edmonds is actually off to my left over here. We just left the dock and already got caught sight of some cormorants and jellyfish. What else did we see?
You saw the starfish, the multicolored starfish.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And true to Sean form, a boat full of children.
Yes, in fact, let me be really clear. It's not just a boat full of children, it's an actual summer camp of children that came on the ferry after us.
This is my gift to the world.
No.
I walk this way.
Not saying the kids are bad or anything, but Sean seems to be a magnet for them.
Oh, we stepped out into the wind.
Hopefully you guys can still hear us.
Let's look at the water real quick. There's the water. That's April. See the problem with having hair? No hair and hair. See?
He is pulled back. There's something just don't want to be held in.
Alright. So anyway, this is just a quick one. We're on the ferry. We're on our way to where are we going?
Edmonds.
Edmonds. I never know where we're going. It doesn't matter. See the American flag up behind me. All patriotism and stuff.
That's right. Product placement.
Product placement, right? America. We're going up. Let's see the front of the boat. Let's do this. Let's see. We got a minute and a half. So again, it's about the journey and about the visit. It's about where we're going. Apparently, it's about the wind. All right.
I'm sure you guys can hear us.
You might not. You can't even see me. But there's our view.
That's where we're headed.
Right there. All right. See you later.
Bye.
Am I starting?
Yeah, are you starting or am I going
starting?
first time?
I don't
I'm
know.
first this time. Well, the truck just covered up our photo op.
We can zoom it in.
We are in Edmonds.
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 Look at that. Look at
So,
that.
Sean,
What?
now what?
We actually have no plan.
None at all.
We're gonna go somewhere. The museum's that way.
Yep.
We don't
The
even have a
beach is
map of
that
this
way.
place. We don't even know when the ferry's leaving.
Nope.
We should probably figure that out. But we're gonna explore. A lot of trucks.
Yes.
That beautiful scenery of truck.
So that's the one thing we just learned about Edmonds. A lot of
Don't
trucks.
stop at the sign because the trucks are going by.
Yep.
But we're here. We're gonna find somewhere to go. Maybe find something to eat because the Choco Taco I just ate and the Reese's Pieces is probably not good for blood sugar.
Nope. Nope.
But you only live once and die once.
Yeah.
No, you only. I saw a meme that said you live every day, you only die once.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're here. We're gonna go exploring. And those people, look at those. They're sexy, aren't they?
Wait.
One
One last thing.
last thing.
There's a beach over there.
There's a beach.
Just saying.
That way.
There's a beach.
And go put our toes in the water,
Yes.
ass in the sand. That's a song.
No. Is it, well, you can put your ass in the sand, but not sand in your ass.
That doesn't even make no sense. All right, she needs food. That's her joke.
Yeah, the Choco Taco is not
All right.
good for my blood sugar.
All right, so we'll check in again, show you where we're at. Again, this is all about just being in that moment.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. I think we're gonna go that way.
That way?
All right, peace. So April, what are you doing?
I'm watching Malcolm work on a piece here in I think it's City Park, Edmonds.
City Park, Edmonds.
Yes.
How do we find Malcolm?
We were just walking down the sidewalk back there, and we caught sight of him working in the park.
By the way, Malcolm just started smoking that cigar for this video because it adds. But,
Yeah.
you know, I don't want to get too close to the man's work because it's not finished, and artists are particular about their finished work. But he is doing some magical work, you know, and we just randomly met him.
Yeah.
And,
Take a look.
and
Let's spend some
he's
time.
gonna let look at that, right? I love this, right? You love this. Over here on the table is his muse, but you know we got a little storm here. We got a little becoming here. We don't know what it's gonna become. Malcolm, you know what it's gonna become?
I don't. It's going to become a face, hopefully.
It's gonna become a face, hopefully. So we're talking about meeting people and talking to people, and we just walked down and asked Malcolm, could we see what he was doing, and he allowed us, and he even allowed us to sit here and, you know, jump on video for us right here, and I think we've been having about a 15-20 minute conversation about writing and artistry, and you know, maybe if we're lucky, you know, Malcolm will give us one word of advice for the artists out there. Malcolm, let me come closer.
Artist start, always. If you're not constantly doing what you're doing, then you can't really call yourself an artist.
Got that? Works for me. April,
Works for me too.
say bye to Malcolm. We got to
All right,
catch
Malcolm.
Bye.
He's Malcolm in the middle, not Malcolm Jamal Warner. Right?
Right.
Peace, y'all. Interpret songs.
Gotta get the full view.
All right, guys. So here we are. I can't see because of the glare on the phone. Here we are. We decided not to go down the. Our next step was going to be Hood Canal, but we wound up being a little longer than we wanted to go on our journey. So now we're back in Port Orchard. Having traveled. We've been gone for a while now. We left about 11 o'clock.
We left at 11, yeah.
11 o'clock. It is now.
It's now 7 o'clock.
So 7 o'clock, we did stop and have dinner. Went and had sushi because you know sushi is a thing. But our lessons for today, it didn't cost us a lot. I mean, you can do a lot of things You do a lot of things. She was really young to be playing that. Like a young girl just drove by. I mean, we're next to the side of the road. And this is also another part of what we're doing, what we're talking about. We're literally next to the road here in our town. And this is our view. This is some of the things we see. I mean, sun rays and, you know, on the coast. And like I said, there's the road right there. But we had a lot of fun today, you know, and we got to see and meet people. We talked to people pretty much everywhere we went.
Yeah, we met somebody, randomly, pretty much everywhere.
So April, we'll start with what we got for today as we end out this video session. Or your last words, I guess.
Okay, so what I got from today was it really doesn't take a whole lot to get a lot out of a day. And if you're willing to take a few minutes, an hour, heck, it could take you 15 minutes. Just go outside and, you know, see what's around you and just say hi to somebody. It's amazing at how much value and how much exceptionalism you can get from that. So I'd say go out and say hi to somebody. You never know where it'll take you.
And for me, like I said, I think sitting there talking to our painter, Malcolm, was kind of the highlight for the day, because we got to see somebody create, who was creating and who realized that they didn't want to be in a house, and so they went to the park to paint. And that was his whole message. And being able to get him to agree to be on video with us and talk to us, we made a lot of people smile today, and that's kind of what LETME is about. So if you took this journey with us, hopefully it all came out well. I have a bug crawling up my leg. I can't go out in the woods or anything when it's getting dark, because all the bugs find me and they want to eat me. But we're happy that you guys took this journey with us. We hope to really be doing this a lot more. We actually not hope, we will be. And we'll get better at putting these videos together, but we are happy with what we've done and the connections we made. And now you actually get to hear the waves. We'll end it with that. I'm going to end it with the waves from the ferry. There we go. So, this is Sean.
This is April.
For LETME. See you next time.
Bye.